Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about winged eyeliner, which I have a ton of requests to do from friends and family and all kinds of people. So we just went really slow with this one. It's just important to remember to do it one step at a time, not freak out. It's makeup, have fun with it. And yeah, let's just jump right in. All right, so as you can see, my left eye is already done. And my first tip for starting winged liner, if you're nervous about using a gel or a liquid liner, something that I like to use is an angled brush. This guy's just an angled brush from Sigma. It's number E65. And I actually like to use a black eyeshadow to get started. This is kind of similar to when you're starting a sketch or you're drawing and you pick up a pencil as opposed to going in with a pen, because obviously you can erase a pencil and you can't erase a pen. So what I like to do is, since I have my other eye already done, I can see where the length and how far out I went on this eye is. So I want to try to match that on this eye. So what I like to do is just look straight ahead into my mirror and just kind of stamp with the shadow and the brush to try to match the other side. So once you get that line down, you really just want to start connecting it towards the middle. So the nice thing about using the shadow is you can use it as just kind of like small little stamps. You don't need to like commit to a full swipe yet. And if you do and you make a mistake, it's so easy to remove it. Much easier than it would be to remove a gel or a liquid. So what I like to do is, you don't want to pull too much on your eye, because then you're changing the shape of your lid. So when you relax it, your straight line, which you thought was straight, is not going to be straight anymore. The only time I really pull it is I tend to have a lot more like wrinkly eyelids. They're not like that perfect like flat lid. So I just like to do that just to sort of smooth out the lines I have naturally on my lid, just so I can sort of prevent those from getting into my liner and not keeping it really straight. So I just pull it just a teeny tiny bit and I just lightly drag the brush towards the middle of my eye. And sometimes I'll just start towards the inner corner of my eye and then just meet myself in the middle. So at this point, I would look straight into my mirror and I'm gonna try to match this eye to my other eye that's already done. So that's one of the other joys of using a eyeshadow, is you can really just manipulate any areas that you think aren't matching. And then once you have it all matched up is when I would go in with my liquid liner. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect, because you can just go in and change it or erase things. But once you feel confident is when I pick up the actual liner that I'm going to use. So for me, I really like felt tip liners. I use all different kinds. I use a gel, I use a felt tip, I use kind of more of like a brush one that's really liquidy. But I really like this Morphe one. This is by Morphe. It's just called Ink, and it's the felt tip liquid liner. It's just a really nice pointy felt tip, and the ink payoff is really good. It's a really good color. It's really black and I really like it. So what I'll do is go back to the outer edge here and I just start to trace the line that I did with the shadow. And another good trick to get that really nice pointy edge is you never want to start at the corner and bring it in. You really want to actually make the felt tip flick, and that is what's going to give you that really nice pointy corner. So you want to start here and just flick that in the edge. And then I'll start on the corner and start tracing the line that I did. Now when I did that, I kind of got rid of that flick that I created, so I'm just gonna start at the top here. Sorry, it's really hard to talk and do this without making it, while making it straight. So you just wanna flick it back. And now I'm gonna, again, pull the lid just a teeny tiny bit and just start connecting. And this is when it's just easy, because you just trace what you did with your shadow. Okay, so as you start filling it in, you'll notice that there's some areas that need to be straightened. So that's when I really just try to look straight ahead, and this is when I can see those areas that I need to sort of fix. So I'm just gonna fill this in just so I can see the full picture. And you know, sometimes when you're doing this, you really don't get them that even, and then you gotta go back into this eye to match this eye, because it's easier to add than it is to take away. Sometimes when I am doing liner, or if I'm gonna do a big bold eye, I'll do my eyes first. That way if I really mess things up, I can just take my eyes off without worrying about ruining my other makeup. I'm going to fill this guy in so I can really see what I have going on. And then I'm just gonna straighten out the areas that I think need some straightening. And I'm just gonna pull this again. And it's just important to be patient with yourself and just work in little areas. And another trick that I learned, if you take your pinky and you kind of rest it on your face, it makes your hand a lot more steady. So I don't like this little bend I have going on in here, so I'm just gonna go for it. And just start from the corner and just work my way in. Okay, cool. Now, because I did a little bit more on this eye than I did on this eye, I'm just gonna jump back over here. And just add a teeny tiny bit. Now they're all matched up. So that's really it. And if there's ever a time where you really make a mistake, just take a flat angled brush, just something like this. And if you want to put like a makeup remover or even a concealer, you can take the edges and just really clean up the liner at the bottom there. And it's just important to just work in small steps. And just be patient, my friends. Another trick that I like to do is I don't really like a shiny liner. I like a more matte, really, really dark black liner. So at the end, I'll just take some black shadow and I'll just pop it on top of the eyeliner, just to kind of define it more and make it more black and more intense, because I don't really love like a shiny. Okay, and then I'm gonna go put my lashes on to just really make sure that I can see how even they are and how they turned out, so I'll be right back. All right guys, we are back. I have both my lashes on, my eyes are done, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Again, it's really easy to just take it slow and just use that eyeshadow trick if you're really worried about really just jumping in with a more permanent product. And just be patient with yourself. Eyeliner is really hard. Winged eyeliner is like really intense because you have to match it, and you start here and then you mess up, then you got to go to this side to fix it, and then you got to match it, and then you look like, what's her name? Amy Winehouse, and like within like 5 seconds. So again, I hope you guys pick something up and learn something to make yourself feel more comfortable when you try it next time on yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.